Hi, welcome to this week's Happy Friday. So this week we're going to be talking about 5 laptops that we think may be of interest to you. So we'll start with number 1, which is the Dell XPS 13. So this laptop, really good screen, really stylish and has great performance. Comes in at £1,200. I've been using a Dell laptop, a different one to this, really good spec one for the last year. Build quality is great and performance has been stunning. I've had no problems with it. So I'm a big fan of Dell laptops anyway. So that's the first one, is the Dell XPS 13. Second on the list is the Asus ZenBook. So this thing looks like a MacBook Air, it's even made of aluminium. Asus are a cheaper brand, but they seem to be doing better quality things than they used to do. So like I say, this thing's all aluminium, has really good performance, decent screen. It's a 13-inch laptop, and that one comes in at £650. So if you compare that to a MacBook Air, it looks like a bit of a bargain. Okay, so for our third one, we've got something a little bit different. It's called the Lenovo YogaBook. This thing looks like a laptop until you open it and there's no real keyboard. With this, it can have a virtual keyboard, which is interesting. Normally with those kinds of things, if you're typing on an iPad, it's strange because you don't get any feedback. With this, apparently it still gives feedback. It has something called haptic feedback. The other interesting thing with this, it comes with a pen, so you can write on normal paper with a normal pen, and it will digitise that. So it'll probably make sense if you look at the images and the link below. It's difficult to explain, but yes, the YogaBook is something a bit left field. And the YogaBook is around £400. So again, seems very different, but at that price point it may be worth looking at. Okay, so we now come to number 4, and what top laptop, video or blog wouldn't be complete without including an Apple product. So yes, we have the Apple MacBook Pro with the touch bar. So if you've not seen one of these, then basically at the top of your keyboard you have something called a touch bar that's its own little touch sensitive screen. So that bar can change. So if you're using a video editor, you can have information about that there. So it's compatible with lots of different software, and it changes its functions depending on what software you're using. Everyone knows Apple stuff is really good, it performs well, it's well built, but it has a big price tag. So if you're looking at one of the cheaper MacBook Pros, you're looking around £1,300. But if you're looking at the sort of most expensive with the touch bar, that kind of thing, the bigger screens, best performance, you can be in the nearly £3,000 territory. So yes, they're expensive, but they are good. So we come to number 5, the final one on our list, and that's the Asus Chromebook Flip. So this is a 2-in-1 laptop, and it's Chrome rather than Windows or Mac. So the Chrome operating system is great in some respects. You can fire it up really quickly. It usually has really good battery life, but it's quite browser based. So if you use lots of video editing software, that kind of thing, it may not be the right thing for you. They are finding ways around that now, so you can actually install Android apps on these things now. So if you download the iMovie app or your video editing software as an app, then you can still do some of that stuff. They are very good if you're using things like the G Suite, so Google Docs, all those kinds of things. So the Chromebook Flip, as I say, is a 2-in-1 machine. What that means is that the screen disconnects and can behave independently like a tablet, or you can reconnect the screen and it behaves like a more traditional laptop. I'm personally looking at a Chromebook myself at the moment. I think they make a really good option, especially for travel, because they tend to be lighter and smaller, and there's some really good quality ones out there now, all aluminium, that kind of thing, so perfect for travelling. The Asus Chromebook Flip comes in at £550, so not cheap, but a decent quality one. So that's it for this week's Happy Friday. So hopefully those 5 different laptops give you something to think about, and there's links to all the laptops so you can look at the full specs and all that kind of stuff below. So thanks again for watching, and see you next week.